I believe that in order to be your best you need to know everything there is to know about you. Some of us have been awakened to the truth of the reality of what's really going on and what has been going on since the beginning of time, or as far as we can remember. By understanding who we are, we can unlock our full potential and reach our highest potential. And to gain this knowledge, it's important to be open to exploring all possibilities and to be open to different points of view. So to further achieve personal growth, it's important to take the time to explore and understand who you are and your place in the world. With that knowledge comes an awareness and understanding of our own strengths and weaknesses, allowing us to capitalize on the former and work on the latter. So to truly know ourselves, we must be aware of our history, the present and the future, and we must be honest with ourselves about all of it. Ashe. You see, once we know who we are, we can start to make decisions and take actions that are in line with who we want to be. This leads to great satisfaction and fulfillment in our lives. It helps us to know that we are capable of what we want out of life. It helps to prioritize our needs and goals so we can create a life that's meaningful and fulfilling. When you know who you are, you know what you truly want and where you want to go is essential in order to create the life you desire. Without self-awareness and understanding, it's difficult to make meaningful decisions and manifest the life we want. So knowing about our self and our strengths and weaknesses allows us to make better informed decisions about how we live our lives, what actions to take, and which goal to pursue. It helps us to manifest our dreams by understanding what we need to achieve. You know, what we need to achieve them and how to create a plan to get there. It's important. Knowing what you want and who you are makes it easier to create and manifest their life. You see, it's knowing your strengths and weaknesses, your desires and beliefs, and your values and goals. Knowing this information allows us to focus on what we want and to take action to make it happen. Have you ever met someone, or perhaps you may be that someone, when someone asks you a question, every answer is, I don't know. You don't know anything. Is this a lazy way out? Are you really, and I hate to say it, but ignorant? And ignorant is just no sense of knowledge. Are you really, without that much knowledge that everything come out your mouth is I don't know? Because to me, this signifies that you have no goal or direction. You don't care. You don't know where you're going. Or how about going about starting on getting there? So to me, the person who's answering every question with I don't know is likely avoiding having to think or take responsibility for their actions. And maybe they're afraid to admit that they don't know something or feel embarrassed about not knowing something. Well, this lack of direction and goal setting can be a sign of laziness, but it can also be a sign of feeling overwhelmed. When faced with a question that they don't know the answer to, some people find it easier to just reply with I don't know, rather than taking the time to consider the answer. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but to me, this is very annoying because this lack of direction or goal is often a sign of procrastination. You see, people may lack the motivation or the confidence to take on tasks, so they resort to saying, I don't know. in order to evade the situation. Now, I would say it's a lack of communication, but on the other hand, it could be seen as a sign of a lack of ambition or focus. It could be that that person is not taking the necessary steps to gain knowledge or achieve something, or simply that they are not taking the time to think things through before responding. It could also be a sign of insecurity, a lack of confidence. Yep, lack of ambition or confidence. Maybe they're avoiding answering out of fear of being judged or embarrassed, or they may be unsure of their own abilities. It could also be a sign of laziness, is what I think, in which case the person may not have taken the time or effort to think through the answer before responding. We are being awakened at this time. Mad awakening. A grand rising. We're receiving divine knowledge for those who will receive and for those who it resonates with. And just because you haven't risen yet doesn't mean those who has is delusional. You'll never see if you're still in the dark. I have received this revelation, and I would love to share it with you. So it's time for you to open your eyes and receive the enlightenment that is coming for you. I do wish that you will open up your heart to the truth and be part of the awakening. This divine knowledge is for those who are ready to receive it and for those who are open to hearing it. It's never too late to rise. And for those who are still in the dark, I say come out of the darkness and into the light. So if you will, open your heart and allow yourself to receive the knowledge. And open your mind to the potential of what can be achieved. It's a time of great awakening. It's a time for each of us to rise and claim our divine birthright. You're being called to rise up and join those who have already been awoken, as the power of the divine knowledge is available to all who are willing to receive it. But to ignore it is to remain in the darkness. And to ignore those who have received it is to deny the truth. So I urge you to open your heart and receive the revelation that I have received so that you can be a part of this grand rising. Ashe? Ashe.